Hello and welcome to this edition of Eagle's Eye. I'm your host, Kate Krakis, and I'm joined alongside stunt head coach Denise Farnsworth. Denise, how's your day going so far?
It's going great. It's Feel Good Friday.
Exactly, Feel Good Friday. For starters, a lot of the audience and majority of sports fans might not really know what the sport stunt is. Could you give us a little bit of a rundown and kind of the background of the sport?
Absolutely. So stunt the sport is derived from sideline cheer. It removes all the sideline elements and focuses only on the technical skills, the stunting, the tumbling, and the jumping. And then they crafted it to a 4-quarter game with head-to-head competition.
Yeah, sounds good. So you guys are headed into your second year kind of with the program. You guys didn't really have many matchups last year. Kind of how's it gone so far for you this year?
This year's been amazing. Last year, like you said, we had one game that we were able to get in during the COVID year. So this is our first official full season, and it's been so good and such an eye-opener and just great experiences all around.
Yeah, so how's it been so far kind of building the program up and kind of dealing with all the things that go into making a program from the ground up pretty much?
Yeah, so it's been a 3 or 4 year process at this point. The first couple years being really stressful and trying to lay that ground foundation and getting the campus to support it. And now we're kind of in the point where we get to be proud and take ownership of some of those actions. So
yeah,
we're in a good spot.
Yeah, so how has it been so far kind of dealing with like the finances and kind of divvying out scholarships and all that kind of stuff? Has that been difficult for you guys so far?
It's been different for sure because with sideline cheer and dance, everybody gets the same amount of scholarship. So with stunt, it's a true athletic scholarship. So it's been different and it's been a learning experience for sure.
Yeah, so you guys started off your season 0-2 against Kentucky, but then after that you guys started to kind of find a rhythm and then you guys got on a 3-game win streak. How was that and like how did you guys start to find that rhythm?
Well, our first games were at Kentucky, and honestly, those were probably the best games of the season. We learned a lot in Kentucky, and that trip alone opened the doors for so many great things to come. So I think we just took that momentum from how good we felt after we left Kentucky and then brought it back with us, and we've had a lot of success since.
Yeah, so then this past weekend you guys went 1-1, and then you guys have an upcoming matchup this weekend.
Yes.
How are you feeling after that 1-1, and then how are you guys going to carry that win and learn from that loss this upcoming weekend?
Absolutely. So that's what we're really focusing on. Every time we take a loss, we're like looking at the film and talking with the girls, like how can we get better from that? So we're feeling really good going into this weekend, and honestly for the rest of our season.
Yeah, that's exciting. So you guys have 4 games remaining. 3 of them are going to be at home.
Yes.
So how does that kind of home crowd shape your team, and how does that kind of give you guys a little bit more motivation to perform well?
Yeah, so we've only had one home game in the history of the program. So looking at that, we were a little nervous. This weekend, our goal is to get out there and enjoy our home crowd and really take that in and be grateful for that. So we're really looking forward to that moment.
Yeah, so you guys had your first home game against Ursuline, and that was a big crowd. So
it was.
How important is having that crowd there for you guys?
Yeah, it was amazing. I was not expecting that. We had like 400 to 500 people. So that was an eye-opener too, that people are supporting us and the campus is coming out for us.
Yeah, and a majority of your opponents, you guys seem to kind of have to go on longer road trips. You guys went to Michigan and also to Kentucky and Chicago as well. So do you guys plan to schedule a little bit more closer home games next year, or do you guys like those road trips? Are they kind of team bonding?
We do love the road trips, but Ohio, stunt in the sport is new in Ohio, so there aren't a whole lot of teams in our area, so we do have to travel a lot further. But like you said, we're enjoying those moments, and it's fun. Like we got to show them Chicago, and they got to see the University of Kentucky, and it's been super cool.
Yeah, so then do you guys have like a championship for stunt, or kind of how does that all work? Because I know since it is a new sport, it might be kind of hard to understand in that regard.
So yeah, that's a great question. Stunt in the sport offers nationals. We're not quite at that level yet, but the GMAC is going to be the first conference to accept a conference championship next year. So we're super excited to compete in that.
Yeah, that's exciting. Do you guys have other teams joining the GMAC, or what's that kind of looking like? Because I know Ursuline's in it right now.
Ursuline has stunt, Tiffin has stunt. They took a year off this year as a rebuilding year. Malone, I have heard, is adding, and Kentucky Wesleyan as well.
Yeah, that's extremely exciting. A lot more competition in that regard. So what are some of your future intentions and kind of hopes for the program, considering it is still very early on, your second year and 4 years in the making? So what are some of your goals and intentions in the future?
We have a big roster. We recruited a lot of kids this year. Next year, we're looking at 37 kids on our team. We just want to keep recruiting talented athletes that fit our core values, and definitely want to win some conference championships, and nationals is in our future.
Yeah, and so kind of what goes into that recruiting process, and how do you kind of find that talent to bring into the stunt program? And how do you divvy up whether they go into stunt or sideline?
Yeah, that's a tricky one too. So I've just tried to build really healthy and successful relationships with the Ohio coaches at the high school level, and I'm relying on them a lot, and they've been sending me lots of great people.
Exactly.
Some girls want to do stunt and cheer both, and they're able to, and others just love the stunt piece of it.
Yeah, that's extremely exciting. So do you have any final comments about the upcoming home games? Because we're running short on time now.
Yeah,
so
absolutely. I mean, if you're interested in learning about Stunt the Sport, come out and watch and see what you think. We'd be glad to hear some feedback from the community.
Yeah, thank you so much for your time, and good luck on the rest
thank
of your
you for
season.
having me back.
This has been your newest edition of Eagle's Eye. I hope you all enjoyed, and make sure to go follow us across all of our social medias at AUTV20. I'm Kate Krackus. Thanks for watching.